So about 48 hours ago, Trump put out a thing on Truth Social that said that he was demanding basically that the Straits of Hormuz be reopened, and if that Iran did not capitulate to that demand, that he would effectively commit a war crime. He would blow up their electricity infrastructure, and it would seem now that that was a bluff because Iran seemed to have called his bluff. They said, "You go right ahead, mate. We'll fucking turn off the lights all over the Middle East. We'll also bomb the fuck out of the desalination plants, which would be a catastrophe, and millions of people would die all over the GCC states, the sort of family dictatorships all over the Gulf Coast." And then sometime later, Trump said, "Oh, look, because Iran has been involved in talks and they're going in the right direction, we're not going to do that, right? We're gonna stall the digger." And then straight away, Iran came in and said, "That's bollocks. We're not talking to anyone. We haven't been talking to you, you fucking liar." And so that would be it. It would seem that he's lying there. And is that symptomatic of this whole entire conflict? Like, was the conflict itself predicated on a lie that the Iranians were a sort of existential nuclear threat? And maybe it's considering how the objectives have morphed over the last few weeks that would be the case, because they went from being an existential nuclear threat to we're going to topple the regime to to destroying their ballistic missile capabilities and actually killing Khomeini, which was a lie apparently sold to the Trump administration by the Israelis. If you kill Khomeini, there will be a revolution and it'll be great. We'll get someone really favorable to ourselves in Iran. And that didn't happen, didn't turn out like that. In fact, the opposite was true. If anything, it galvanized even his the Ayatollah's detractors. It turned into in Iran. There was solidarity, and there are millions of people on the streets of Iran apparently every day and night, sort of chanting "Death to America" in solidarity with the Iranian war effort. And obviously, they've been telling us, "Oh, Haig says like these lads are cooked, they're finished, they've no air capabilities left," and then the next thing you know, they're fucking shooting F-35s and F-15s out the sky, which apparently, like, it's in the case of the F-35s, should be impossible. And so, I mean, is the Trump administration, in fact, believing its own lies at this stage? And is there a case of the emperor's new clothes? And are we, in fact, seeing the end of some sort of empire, the collapse of the American empire? Certainly, as far as the Middle East is concerned, and obviously, it's showing other countries like the superpowers, like Iran, or like, sorry, Russia and China, that these lads aren't all they're fucking cracked up to be. Really, you know what I mean? And is that going to be a good thing? I mean, who knows? We will talk more about the consequences of this situation over the next few days. But certainly, if you listen to the way Scott Horton talk about the way that America have conducted themselves in tandem with Israel in the Middle East since the 50s, it's disgusting. It's fucking amoral. And I mean, if it means that their power